Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know who it is. It's JJ. Once again, back at it with another video, and you can go back at it like an addict, no rehab, because addicted to giving you guys all this advice and information. You're gonna need to get that car lot of your dreams open, and just give you guys, overall great advice or just my advice that may help you guys. This video gonna be talking about some car buying stuff for the public mainly. This is gonna help the public, and it's gonna also, help dealers as well, hopefully. But we're gonna get to it, and I'm gonna try to ask you guys your opinion on how I should rearrange my lot. So that'll probably be at the end of this video. So let's get to it. So still recording on the phone today. Something with the GoPro update. I mean, something with the iPhone update that I looked online. They said when you updated the iPhone, it didn't pair up right. Something with the GoPro, so that's a problem right now. But we're talking about car buying, so this is the title, everybody. Title, front, back. This is what the title looks like, and the title is going to have the person who owns the vehicle is going to be right there. So as you can see, Dollar in a Dream Auto Sales, and this is on my, I covered it being up. This is for my 2007 BMW. So basically, it's my car. So this is the example we're gonna use. So what happens to a lot of people, and they get screwed over, is that, like me as a car dealer, I sell the car, right? Boom, I sold it. I signed it over to the customer. My UD number is right there. I got it notarized. I signed it over the customer's name and stuff right there. And what happens is these titles have more spaces on there. What a lot of people do is that they'll switch it over from, they'll sign the customer's name. They'll resell the vehicle, and then they'll put the person they're selling it to's name on the back. But then see what happens is that's when these people call back to the dealership, and then they get the customer dealerships out. Because sometimes too, as dealers, what happens is, if this is like, say Lucky's Wheels and Deals, like, hey, I bought my car from Lucky's Wheels and Deals, and we as dealers, we can sign over a vehicle to another dealer. You can sign it over, and I can sign it over to another dealer. So I can buy it from Lucky's Wheels and Deals as a dealer. He can sign it over to me, and then I can sign it over to another dealership, and then they can sign it over to another dealership without, because we're all dealers, so we all pay that fee. So you can reassign the title to a dealer, and then a dealer can sign it to a customer. So it can go from Dollar in the Dream, Lucky's Wheels and Deals, to, let's say, Auto Auction Rebuilds, and then he can sign it over to a customer, and that's not a problem. But me as a dealer selling it to a customer can't sign it over to another customer. We as dealers, we can sign it over to other dealers, but a customer can't sign it over to another customer. So that's what happens. Customers they'll buy a car, and then they'll try to sign the title over to another customer. Or so let's take this instance. So say if Lucky's wasn't Deals, and then he signed it over to me, and then I signed it over to the customer, and this customer that I sold it to, they're the ones supposed to register it in their name. So but they send it over to this one. So now that customer's calling back and cussing out Lucky's Wheels and Deals, or calling me back saying I was supposed to register it in my name. No, that's not the case. The person that we sold it, the customer, because we as dealers, we can reassign it to another dealer. But the customer that we sold it to, they have to get it registered in their name. So what happens is, a lot of times people on the street, they're trying to do shady business, or maybe just trying to get by for the day or the month. So they're doing what they have to do. But so their customer sells it to this customer, and now this customer that bought it last is out, because I bought the car from Lucky. I gave Lucky, made his money. I sold the car to the customer made their money, and then the customer sold it to this person and made their money. The only person's out of money is this last person, because this title, they can't do nothing with it, because this person never registered the title. So they try to take this title to the tag agency. They can't do anything with it because this person never registered the vehicle. See what I'm saying? So if that person hasn't registered a vehicle in their name, don't buy it. Don't buy it. If it's from a dealer, you're fine. But if it's from an individual, if the title doesn't have the individual's name and you're not the first one buying, just walk away. Just walk away, because they're supposed to be the individual's name who's selling the car, and then the title right there. And then if they don't have a title, definitely don't buy the car, because it costs $10 to get a duplicate title. Let me say that again. It costs $10 to get a duplicate title. So that's all it costs. So if that person doesn't have a title and being funny like they can't get a title and don't have one right there, it literally takes $10 to get you a duplicate title. Title gets back to you 2 to 3 business days. So if they haven't got the title, they should have had the title before they even posted the car for sale. And ones that say bill of sale only, if you're not in the state where the bill of sale, you can use that bill of sale to get the title registered. I wouldn't even suggest getting it, because here in Oklahoma, bill of sale can't take that to the tag agency and do nothing with it, because it's not going to do anything. And I know a lot of times people be like, hey, I bought this car, I got a bill of sale. Bill of sale won't help you out in any situation, just being honest with you. It might hurt some people's feelings out there, but I'm trying to help you guys prevent from getting screwed over and losing out on money, because it happens. Because y'all buy cars from people that don't have these vehicles registered yet, and then y'all go back to the dealers cussing the dealer out or crying to the dealer and trying to have the dealer help you. And dealers, we can help you out a little bit, but it's not really our responsibility, because but I feel like this is my responsibility to help people out, because it didn't happen. This situation happened to me a couple times. Like, I done sold vehicles and people wrote the person a bill of sale and gave them the title, and then they basically like, hey, and then that person comes up to my dealership, be like, hey, I bought this car from XY. He said he bought this car from you. Yes, he bought the car from me, and he was supposed to register it, or she bought the car from me, and they were supposed to register it in their name and get the car brought up before they sold it to you. So man, it's just crazy world, man. Just trying to help. You're really just trying to help people as much as possible. I mean, this is some good information. Also too, if it says like bill of sale only, just, if you're in the state of Oklahoma, if it says bill of sale, or any of the states that which you can't do anything with the bill of sale, just walk away. Unless you just know somebody that can get you a Title 42. And my suggestion would always buy cars within tag agency hours. If the tag agency's not open, I wouldn't advise you. If you're not a dealer, I wouldn't advise you to buy it if you just not know what you're doing, because a lot of times y'all go out to these people's houses and buy cars, because people get off work usually around 5 o'clock, and you go out to somebody's house around 6 o'clock and you buy the car, but you can't call the tag agency to verify if this car has been stolen, if the car has a lien on it, or what's going on with this car. So you go out there and spend this money and get the car, and now you next day or next 2 days, whenever you got the money, you try to go register the car, and now you realize they sold you a car that still had a lien on it, or they sold you a car that wasn't theirs, and now you're trying to call this person back, and they're not answering the phone, and now you're out of this money, and we don't want that to happen to you. So if you can't really, either like when you're trying to buy the car, make sure hey, get the person's name. If you're looking on Marketplace, get the name. Call the tag agency, make sure the car is registered to that person who's selling the vehicle. With me, because you have people that be like, hey, I'm selling this car for a friend, and then the friend didn't get that person that's selling the car all the information, and basically it just comes into a whole big situation. But man, I see it all the time, man. I see it all the time. I hear dealers have the same problems, but it's something that's probably not going to stop happening. But I'm trying to do my best to help prevent it from happening. So if you can, man, I know sometimes people be hard up and just need a car. I mean, if you can wait and just do the right things, go over the whole process, it'll be great. Because man, no point in getting screwed out your money. And it's never, people got families and kids, and you go out there and give somebody $2,000 for a car, and then you realize that the car has a lien on it, and that this person sold you a car because they sold you a car. This car has a lien on it, and then a dealership picks up that car that you just bought, and now you just out of the money because it's, you know, and we don't want that to happen. So get the VIN number from the person who's selling the car. Verify that the vehicle doesn't have a lien on it. Verify the person has a title. If they don't have a title, ask them like, hey, you know, a duplicate title only costs $10. Why you don't have a duplicate title? If they can't answer these little minor little questions and stuff like that, just walk away. You know, and also too, if you're selling a vehicle and y'all come to an agreement, say like, hey, you bought the car for like say you sold the car for $2,000, they gave you $1,000 up front, and they still owe you $1,000. Just take that person to the tag agency. At the bottom of the titles, you can put a lien on it if you're a regular person. So you just put your name, date of the lien, name and address, and just put a lien on that vehicle, man. And you know, so if they don't pay you, just call the police. Like, hey, you know, we agreed on this agreement. We went to the tag agency. We put a lien on this vehicle. They were supposed to pay me this vehicle by X date. They haven't paid me. So hey, now you have proof and everything. You're at the tag agency. You got that bill of sale notarized, and they were supposed to pay you on this day. They didn't pay you. So hey, you know, get your car back, or you know, take them to court and get the remainder of the money if you have to. But about to go out here and walk the lot. Let me know how I should rearrange it, and this is just car buying part 1. We're gonna throw some more car buying in part 3s and 4s, just in one. So let's get to it. Peace. Getting a lot empty. Got the old man right here with us, man. That's why I never work on cars. He told me never work on these raggedy cars. So inventory is getting a little light. Got some open spots. Picked up a little truck, put the thermostat in there, got it running. So
probably need a heater core. The heater core probably need flushing.
The heater core probably need to be flushed.
Yeah. Remember all that stuff was in it. Yeah. This line right here, this heater line coming off the motor is getting warm.
Yeah.
But this one right here, going back to what circulate back to the water pump, is cold. It's cool. It's cold.
Yeah.
So the hot water's trying to get in. It's stopped up. Won't let it flow. You gotta go in, go back to there. The water pump coming back to it. You know what I'm saying? So this is all this sealing, whatever they had in the radiator. It got the heater core stopped up.
Yeah.
The only way to get that, you have to take it through the stir. You have to have some air pressure to blow it all out.
Yeah. That's something that he gonna have to take the car leave.
Yep. Leave it alone.
Yeah. Oh man. Walking. As you can see, now my yard man gotta buy me a new window because he was cutting my grass. And look at this. Look what he did. Cut the grass, and a rock flew up, knocked the window out the car. So he didn't get paid. So it was either get paid or buy me a new window. So he didn't get paid. So he cut the yard for free. But now I have to replace the window. Ain't that something you got? But it happens. It's life. Nice little Volvo right here. Pretty clean little car. As you can see, little cobalt. That one's going to the salvage yard. So I'll let y'all know in the video later on this week that what this brings at the salvage yard. Cobalt. I'm probably gonna get another tire for it. I mean, I really don't want to, but I might, because as you can see, like this size is a 14 rim, those are a 15. So I got hubcaps, but it's a 15 hubcap, so it doesn't fit on here. Fit on their other side perfectly. But you know, look what some hubcaps can do to a little car. It makes it look a lot better. But that paint job sucks. But the hubcaps makes it stand out. So have to do that. Runs and drives really good though. What I do need to do. That's what I forgot to do when I was at the salvage yard. I gotta go get all this hookup, and I'll probably just take this to the shop. Buy the factory radio, take it to the shop, and have them hook it up. Cause you know, people ain't gonna buy a car if it ain't got no radio. As you can see, probably gonna move my cars. Probably gonna move this box truck, move that all the way back. Put the box truck back there. School bus back there. Probably line all the big stuff back there. Look, he didn't even cut the rest of the grass. Knocked my window. I didn't even cut the rest of my grass. Sorry, this video took a little detour, guys. But what y'all think? Should I just put the put that box truck back there, school bus beside it, another school bus, box truck? What y'all think? Let me know in the comments below. Thank y'all guys for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. I'm out. Peace.